Hello and welcome to the We Do Disney channel. I'm Emmy.
And I'm Doug.
And today we'll share with you the 5 reasons that we love Disney's Old Key West Resort.
Hit it.
So last Sunday we ended up making a reservation at Olivias Cafe. We had heard really great things about it, didn't really know what to expect, but the rumors were true. It was an awesome experience. At Olivias Cafe, you can sit either inside or you can sit outside. So naturally we decided to sit outside since it was such a gorgeous day. It was a little covered porch area that looks right out onto the waterways that bring you over to Disney Springs, which we'll get to later. But it was a lovely day to sit outside, and the food was also really great. On Saturdays and Sundays, they have some specialty brunch items that you can get. I got the chicken and waffles, which was delicious. And it also comes with little fried pickles on the sides and strawberries. And also they had a special syrup that's like a coconut rum syrup or something like that.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was delicious. And Doug ended up getting some banana bread French toast that I had a bite of. It was awesome.
That stuff, it's all made from scratch right at Olivia's. The banana bread, the coconut whipped cream, the whole thing. There are fresh strawberries on top. And that is something that's on the menu all the time. That's a regular breakfast item that's not just on the weekend. But man, that was something. It's a little on the sweet side, but so good.
So at Olivia's, we also got to try some lovely brunch cocktails. Now, I normally go for the mimosa, but they had this parrot punch.
Parrot punch.
Yeah, that's what it was called. And the parrot punch was very fruity and delicious, and it had like pineapple juices and coconut flavors, and I loved it. It was so good. And Doug ended up getting the Bloody Mary, which is basically a meal in itself.
It had, now I'm not a seafood person, so I opted not to have the shrimp, which does normally come in the Bloody Mary. Instead, I asked for extra bacon. I had like 4 pieces of solid bacon in my Bloody Mary. It had just the right amount of spice. I'm a Bloody Mary person, and it is probably one of the best that I've had in my experience on Disney property.
So if you're looking for a nice quiet brunch on the water side, this is the place to be.
Another one of the reasons that we fell in love with Disney's Old Key West Resort is the amount of history there. Now, when the resort opened in 1991, it was named the Disney Vacation Club Resort because it was the first of its kind and the first chance that Disney had to jump into timeshares. Now, over the years since 1991, things have changed. There are now many Disney Vacation Club resorts all over Disney property and beyond. And because of that, they had to change the name. It was changed over to Disney's Old Key West Resort to reflect the theming that was already there. Now, this is where some of the history gets tied in. The theming of the resort, being that of Old Key West, is important to the story of Walt Disney. Back as the amount of things that were going on in the Disney company were expanding, Walt Disney was under a lot of stress, and he actually went to a doctor and said, you know what, I think I'm on the verge of a mental break. When that happened, the recommendation was to go on a vacation, take some time off, go reflect somewhere, regroup, and then come back to the company. So what happened was, he took a train down the entire East Coast. They didn't really have a plan for this vacation, they just kept going on the train and ended up in Key West. This is where he spent a lot of his time and during his vacation, and eventually came back feeling refreshed and was able to take on the challenges in his company. This idea of a fresh start and taking on something new is what the Old Key West Resort is all about. You come there to relax, you come there to recharge, and it's there to kind of melt your troubles away and give you a fresh start so that you can go back to your life feeling brand new.
Now, if you're looking for more history information about Disney's Old Key West Resort, there is a tour that goes on Saturdays and Wednesdays at 10 a.m. and it'll take you through more history and more of the storyline that lies behind this wonderful resort.
And if you want a couple of the stories about certain locations at Disney's Old Key West Resort, feel free to click the cards above or the link below and check them out there.
Ready? Now, another reason that Doug and I love this resort so much is the sense of family that you feel when you go there. When you walk into the resort, you'll start hearing "Welcome home," and it really draws you in to learn more about the resort. If you go into some of the shops or even the lobby of Olivia's Cafe, you'll see photos from families that vacationed there in the past, and they put it in a little frame. And they're all stacked on top of each other, almost like this big family album. That right there just sends that warm, fuzzy feeling to you that, oh, I'm here with family and I'm around friends, and it just makes you so relaxed and feel so welcomed into this resort. That resort also builds a sense of community in a way where they offer other amenities outside of the parks for you and your family to enjoy. When the Vacation Club first opened, or Old Key West Resort that we now say, they planted the family tree, big tree trunk sticking out, maybe 6 of them. And it's supposed to symbolize the sense of community and family that you feel when you're here and home at this resort. Now they play Disney movies right outside of that spot at the Vacation Club, and it's a really great way to unwind at the end of the day with your family.
Now it's time to talk about one of my favorite things at the Old Key West Resort, the pool. Now, this pool is a ton of fun. You could spend all afternoon there and it would be time well spent. For the kids, to keep them entertained, there are some amazing cast members there who put on some fun games and trivia contests, so while you're relaxing and cooling off in the water, you can participate in those. There is also an awesome slide built into a giant sandcastle, where the opening to the slide, Mickey. Really can't go wrong there. Now for the adults who just want to relax, there is a hot tub spa area. There's also a sauna built into the lighthouse located in the pool area as well. Just nearby, if you need to grab a snack, there is Goods Foods to Go, as well as the gurgling suitcase where you can get yourself a nice beverage. All in all, if you're staying at the Old Key West Resort and you're not spending some time there, you have done yourself a disservice, so be sure to check it out.
And the last reason we want to share Disney's Old Key West Resort with all of you is that some of you might love Disney Springs a lot. If so, this resort is very close to Disney Springs, making it a wonderful place for you to stay. They have some ferry boats that run every 20 minutes to and from Springs. They also have a walking path where you can either walk or rent a bike to get over there so that you can grab your dinner reservation, maybe do some shopping, maybe even see a movie, and then head back to your resort when you're all done.
Thank you so much for joining us, talking about our 5 reasons we fell in love with Disney's Old Key West Resort. If you like this video, don't forget to give us the thumbs up and subscribe to our channel because it makes us really happy. If you want more information on the resort, you can find more in our all-encompassing review that's going to be released in a few days. It will be located here in the card. If you want some short stories, little bits of Disney history based around the Old Key West, we'll have cards right up here. Both of these are going to be linked in the description below. Thank you again for joining us. We hope you have a great rest of your day and an awesome next trip to Walt Disney World, and we'll see you next time.
Oh, she's happy.
Oh, yeah.
Look here. Riding around with your bike on your family. Family time over.
Time to run over Steve. Steve was a jerk.
Souvenirs, really anything. And I should stop talking.